Once upon a time, in the small village of Bovill, nestled deep within the dense woods, there existed a sinister secret. The villagers lived their lives in blissful ignorance, unaware of the impending danger lurking just beyond their doorstep. But as the moon rose higher in the sky, a vicious creature drew closer and closer, its presence growing more palpable with each passing night. In the heart of Bovill, there stood a quaint little inn where three friends, Meg, James and Scara, often gathered after a long day. They revelled in each other's company, sharing stories and laughter. However, as the creature's approach became more evident, their conversations began to change. One fateful evening, as they sat huddled around a flickering candle, the air thick with unease, Meg voiced her concerns. "Have you noticed how something feels off lately? It's as if the village is shrouded in darkness, even when the sun shines brightly." James, his brow furrowed, nodded in agreement. "I've been hearing strange noises at night, like whispers carried on the wind, and there's this constant feeling of being watched." Scara, always the skeptic, chuckled nervously. "Come on, you two, it's just our imagination running wild. There's no such thing as monsters." But deep down, Scara couldn't shake the sense of foreboding that hung in the air. That night, as the moon cast an eerie glow over Bovill, Scara found herself unable to sleep. The whispers outside her window grew louder, their words indecipherable but filled with malevolence. Determined to uncover the truth, Scara mustered the courage to investigate. She ventured into the woods, guided by her instincts, and stumbled upon an old journal hidden beneath a moss-covered stone. The journal belonged to an ancient villager, recounting an age-old legend about a creature known as the Night Stalker. According to the journal, the Night Stalker was a malevolent entity that preyed upon fear and thrived on darkness. It was said to wander the woods, drawing closer to Bovill with every passing night, until it finally claimed the souls of its victims. Armed with newfound knowledge, Scara returned to the inn and shared her discovery with Meg and James. Fear etched their faces as they realized the gravity of the situation. The trio resolved to protect the village and its inhabitants from the impending doom. Days turned into weeks, and the creature's presence became more pronounced. The villagers grew weary, their eyes filled with dread. Meg, James, and Scara spearheaded the effort to fortify the village, rallying the villagers and devising strategies to defend against the Night Stalker. One night, as the moon reached its zenith, the creature made its final approach. Its monstrous form loomed in the darkness, its eyes gleaming with an unholy light. The village erupted in chaos, screams filling the night air. Meg, her voice trembling with determination, called out to the frightened villagers, "Stay strong! We won't let fear consume us! Together we can fight this darkness!" James, his hands shaking, grabbed a makeshift weapon and stood beside Meg. "She's right! We can't let this creature destroy everything we hold dear! We must protect our loved ones!" Scara, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and bravery, joined their side. "We've come too far to give up now. We have each other, and that's our greatest strength." As the Night Stalker advanced, its monstrous growls echoing through the village, the trio led the charge. They fought with every ounce of strength they had, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. The villagers followed suit, their determination outweighing their fear. Amidst the chaos, the Night Stalker targeted Meg, sensing her unwavering resolve. It lunged at her, teeth gnashing and claws slashing through the air. Meg, fueled by her love for her village, dodged its attacks with grace, her bravery inspiring those around her. James and Scara fought fiercely, their voices shouting words of encouragement and strategy. Together they formed a formidable force, striking at the creature's vulnerable spots. With every blow, they could feel the Night Stalker weakening. But just as victory seemed within reach, the creature unleashed a devastating blow, sending Meg sprawling to the ground. The air grew heavy with despair as her friends rushed to her side, their voices filled with anguish. "Meg, stay with us!" James cried, his voice choked with tears. "We can't lose you!" Scara clutched Meg's hand, her voice trembling. "You can't leave us now! We need you, Meg! You're the heart and soul of this village!" Meg, her breath shallow, managed a weak smile. Don't worry about me. You have to keep fighting. Protect the village." Tears streamed down James's face as he whispered, "We won't let your sacrifice be in vain. We'll honor your memory and drive this creature away." With renewed determination, James and Scara rallied the villagers once more. They fought with a fire that burned brighter than ever. their hearts heavy with grief but fueled by Meg's bravery. As the first rays of dawn broke through the darkness, the Night Stalker let out a blood-curdling shriek. It recoiled, unable to withstand the light and the sheer force of the villagers' united front. Slowly, it retreated into the depths of the woods, vanishing into the shadows from whence it came. The village of Bovill stood battered and bruised, but triumphant. They mourned the loss of Meg, but her sacrifice had not been in vain. They had faced their deepest fears and emerged stronger than ever. And as the sun bathed the village in its warm embrace, a new era began, one where the villagers no longer lived in blissful ignorance but united against the darkness that lurked just beyond their doorstep. They would forever remember the bravery of Meg, the night they fought the Night Stalker, and the power of their unwavering friendship.